Welcome to the We Are Performing Art project. Guys, today we're going to talk about our voice, okay? Our own voice, the sound of our heart, which is very, very important. And it is important the way we hear our own voice. Do we resonate with our own voice? What we absorb into our consciousness as sounds. This topic actually kept coming back to me, and I wasn't even, it's like a surprise because I wasn't even aware that I'm going to talk about it. I wanted to talk about Tantra, and suddenly I started tapping into my own voice, and I thought I want to talk about voice, which is very related to Tantra, and I can mention something at the end about it. And also, let's make a separate video about Tantra. Yes. And before that, I want to share a candle that I bought yesterday. And I wanted to buy a candle like that before. For some reason I didn't buy. I wanted to buy it as a gift. And then I didn't buy it as a gift. So yesterday I went to the post office and I saw those candles, and those are made from soy wax candle. Better for the environment, healthier. So I really wanted to buy it for that reason. It's with lavender. Nice. It has like the soya. Yeah, it has like this soya smell. I can smell it now. Lavender. I like it. I very like it. Like a berry. Strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. I'm a magical fairy. Strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. Blueberry, raspberry, blueberry. Okay, so let's talk about our voice, because our voice, you might think that is our voice, right? Sometime I read this piece of text on a page. I think it was a website where you could buy like an online voice coaching course. No, it wasn't voice coaching because you're not coaching, but you could learn, like, it was like a voice activation, voice liberation. And I think that it's coming to me slowly. I've been checking those kind of things for a while. I used to attend singing classes for 2 years, and then I stopped, and then I was attending singing classes before applying to drama schools, and then at our university we still have singing classes, but like very little, because my course is acting and performance, and it's a musical theater, so we had like bits of singing. So if you have the opportunity to tap into your voice by singing, you can take singing classes. Obviously, you can do it by yourself. You can do different weird sounds, not even weird, but like just explore what your voice can do. And just bear with me, because there is the construction still making some sounds. Talking about sounds, they are still building, but finishing There is a new building attached to our house. Really nice, beautiful, modern, but they kept like this old school vibe. They had to. So okay, I hope it's now. I think it's good. It's good. The sound is good. So if you have the opportunity to take some classes or activate your own voice, do it. It's very important. And I don't know if you had this in your life sometimes, that you were talking but you felt like blocked, or like you feel like there is some blockage in your body, and we can call it throat chakra, right? But it's all in general relates to our whole body. And sometimes it's all just about changing the way we talk. And I swear it really affects my whole mental perspective on life. It affects everything. Like, our voice is really so important. And we can intentionally change the way we speak, right? Sometimes I also have those moments that I like really don't resonate with some sounds that I receive. But that's also what meditation teaches, to not judge any sounds that come in and out and then appear in our reality, but just to be present and observe them. That's one of the perspectives. But another perspective is that we should bring into our consciousness what is beneficial for us and what is better for us, what is making us feel good. So obviously we want to be aware of the words we use. I feel it's very important, and the way we speak them. But then, you can think that swearing is like super negative, right? And I don't really swear. Like, it happens very rarely if I swear. Like, it doesn't really happen. And I never was the kind of person that was swearing a lot. My friends used to laugh that it doesn't match me. Like, if I swear, that's funny. That's like that's like not really my vibe. So I don't really swear. But I want to say that talking about water consciousness, right? We could say, because the water reflects all the vibrations and words that we speak, we could say that, negative words, when you swear, it's very chaotic, it's very distorted. The water would reflect it as chaos, as the molecules would create some like really ugly shapes. And I feel like the more sensitive we are to everything that is happening around us, we really want to clear out all those negative thoughts out of our reality. And we should definitely use words that are making us feel calmer, peaceful, inspired. Avoid words that are very aggressive and intense. And I'm saying all of that because it's very important. And that's why I felt like when I hear something that is like chaotic, I just feel like it's too much sometimes. But then on the other hand side, I feel like it depends with what intention you're saying it, right? Because for someone, swearing could be very liberating, and they could internally say it with such a freedom and such a like lighthearted way that for them it's like, it makes me feel good. So I feel like here is all about intention. It's all about intention and how we speak those words, obviously. So maybe in like some funny circumstances, swearing is allowed, but otherwise avoid swearing and avoid entering some aggressive vibrations, okay? That's one thing. If you really need to get out of your aggression, because that's a very human energy that I shared here on this channel, and we can get like aggression. Actually is an energy that allows you to take action. It's like very animal based energy, like okay, so that's really a thing. So it's all about how we use those words, right? So if you really need to get out of all the aggression out of you, like go to the forest, run, like do something, like channel it into what is it that is making you want to make, what is it that you want to channel through your whole being, through your whole creation, what is it like, and do it, and do it. And it's all good to experience all emotions, okay, without any judgment. So now our voice, coming back to our voice is really a reflection of our experiences. It's like a gathering, as I said at the beginning of this video. I saw this piece of text saying that the voice is, you might think it's your voice, but it's actually the voices that you've been hearing and the voices that you gathered and like a sponge absorbed from the environment, like sometimes words of affirmations, like different ones, not only positive. It can be like beliefs, obviously, words of affirmation, beliefs, like the way you speak sometimes might be not even the way you want to speak. It's like as if you absorb it, and that's why you speak like that. Now you understand me? So I feel like it's very important to tap into our voice, and we feel when we are free in our voice, we definitely feel it. Like 100% we feel it when we are free in our voice. I feel like sometimes unconsciously we are repeating something and it comes to your consciousness, like it comes to your consciousness. My friend yesterday told me that as if from the back it comes to the front over and over again, so you become aware of it, and it comes to your consciousness, this pattern that you have been repeating, and then you become aware of it, right? And then you shift it, and then you realize, oh, that wasn't actually my voice, that wasn't actually the way I feel it deeply in my heart. It was something that I just gathered, that just attached itself to me. You know, like in spirituality, obviously we say everything is the self, and you're just experiencing the self in different versions, right? It's always you in different circumstances. But 100% I can say that in some circumstances you feel like it's more you, it's more you, it's more like the real you. Okay, so I want you to be aware of the things you say, how you say it, what comes to you, like filter it. My sister told me recently that she started filtering more the words and the sounds that she receives, because this video is about our voice, but it's all about the sounds, the words, right? So she said that she started filtering more the things that come to her. She doesn't just let things come to her and like she doesn't absorb it like a sponge, like, oh yeah, that's okay, that no, like there is this sense of discernment, right? Like this sense of how does it feel? There is more space. I feel like what she also meant what I would say, commenting that, would be that there is more space. If you're more spacious, you're more an observant. You become more an observant. And you don't allow things to just come and absorb, and you're like accepting, yeah, this is what it is. Someone is telling you something and it's like, oh, yeah, this is how it is, and that's it. You're more allowing it to like land, ground, and you're just okay. And I feel like some things that I hear, because you know, everything that comes into our life is always deeply like aligned. It's like a message from this person. Sometimes I process something and then it comes to me like in the form of an external person. I don't know if you have ever experienced that, but it's like this alignment. I don't allow things to just like, I don't absorb them that easily. So if you are a kind of person that still absorbs a lot, like everything, like whatever comes, you absorb it in a way that affects you, in a way that affects you in a negative way, in a way that you don't want, you have the power in your hands. You have the power in your own hands, in your heart, to filter it. Okay? And you can do it in a loving way. You can do it in a way that is compassionate and loving, not judgmental. Keeping the observer in, like keeping being the observer. Okay, like this is an interesting, maybe not always interesting. As I said, maybe there is some aggression that you're hearing. Maybe there is some swearing that you're hearing and it really doesn't resonate with you. It's like, I don't really know. Then just observe it. Observe it, don't judge it. Know what you prefer. That's also good, knowing what you prefer. So I feel like speaking our truth and expressing our voice is all related to knowing what feels good to you and being free in speaking what feels good to you. Even today, I bought recently a yogi tea, Women's Balance. It's called Women's Balance. I really liked it. And it said, speak from your heart to others' hearts. Something like that, like speak from your heart to other people's hearts. So when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, that's another important point in this video, and I hope this sounds that they started making again from the constructions will not distract us. No. It's like when you start allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you liberate yourself. You feel so much peace and love and compassion, and also you allow yourself to feel anything you need to feel. There is no shame, there is no guilt, there is no like, oh, sorry for my existence. Like, there is just freedom in yourself. You understand me? There is freedom in your mind. So that is all our voice. Now, what voice is your voice, right? If we always are just absorbing things, and maybe you are still absorbing a lot of information from the internet that you don't really find relevant, or you don't really want to put your attention there, okay, without disrespecting any content, obviously, but it's about what you're absorbing. once again, it's all about what you're absorbing, what you're allowing yourself to become. You filter it. Okay, you filter it. I started talking like no. No. Keep the posture straight. Keep the posture straight. So definitely it's like you need to take it in your hands and filter it. Filter what resonates, what doesn't. What resonates will make you feel good. That is it. It's very simple. Our voice is related to how deeply we are connected to our heart and to making ourselves feel good. Okay? This is a channel also of healing, hopefully. Healing, definitely for me, 100%. I hope this also is received to all the beautiful people. And a lot of the voice alignment comes from the healing process. If you're a person that experienced a lot of trauma, it definitely affected your voice. It definitely affected how free you feel in expressing your voice. You understand me? Dogs. they're just like, yeah, we are free. That's how I imagine this. Like they're speaking their dog language. Okay, that's it. I like it. It was like a confirmation. It was like a confirmation. Like, yeah, we get you. Okay. Ruff. I sounded like a small doggy, like. Ruff. Okay, that was actually a bit harsh on my voice. See, I started also noticing what feels harsh in my own voice. What feels harsh? That was harsh. That's like very good. Oh. Sometimes it's good to liberate your voice. It's also an instrument, obviously. It can hurt like a workout. When you do some singing exercises, it sometimes hurts a bit because you're working the muscle and then it gets stronger, honestly. So what else I want to say about the sounds in our voice? I definitely want to say, allow yourself to feel your own voice. Okay? No judgment. Allow yourself to feel your own voice. What do you want to share? And share it. And I wanted to start this video talking about Tantra. And I decided I'm going to speak about voice, our voice. And Tantra is very related to our voice because it is about our sexual energy and it's about being connected to the pleasures, but in a transcendental way, in a way that is liberating us. So I wrote, I'm writing a book, it's a process, and I wrote there like a difference between the pleasure of connection and the pleasure of why am I doing this? The pleasure of connection is like separated. Pleasure of connection and the pleasure of addiction. And it's Tantra is included in there. It's because when we are addicted to pleasure in a way that is like it's the pleasure that comes from instant gratification. It's impulsive. It's a manifestation of imbalanced energy within ourselves. It's very detrimental to our health. It's this like addiction to constantly like this and that and that and more and this and more things and constantly like something more. Obviously, life is about experiencing more, but you understand what I mean. It is the way you feel in yourself. If you feel like the present moment is not making you feel enough, you don't feel the wholeness in the present moment, which is the pleasure of connection, then that means that you're constantly in this survival mode, searching for instant gratification, for some stimulation, for distraction. It's all to distract you from the present moment, from the connection that you feel in the present moment, from connectedness to your own body. Okay? So any disorders, any imbalances that we feel come from the addiction, the pleasure that comes from addiction. Okay? Very, very important. Extremely important to understand it. Extremely important to feel it. And Tantra talks about it. Tantra introduces exercises for deeper connection, for heart connection. Starting the We Are Performing Art project, I mentioned that Tantra will be included. Okay, the yoga approach of Tantra. And if I will have an opportunity, I will definitely make a video about Tantra, maybe theory and also exercises, just like exercises for connection. So there are a lot of different exercises. And you can do it in any relationships, friendships, just to connect with people. I will definitely put it in my workshops. Definitely will put it in my workshops that I am now structuring. And obviously the way I structure workshops is like I have things that I want to have included. I have the main subjects, themes, words, keywords that I want to include in the workshops, and then I can also go with the flow, because it needs to be like that. It needs to be like that, structure and flow. So there's a lot of space for improvisation, and I'm preparing workshops that are theater workshops, but my theater workshops will never be purely theater. I mean, it is all kind of related, but I blend everything together. And in theater we also do such exercises, but they're not called, for example, Tantra, but they're just called theater exercises. So the purpose of also me having this channel is making you see that it's all connected, but sometimes it has different names. So this is it for our voice activation. This is not a voice activation. It was kind of activation. It's how to feel free in your own voice. Okay? Connect to your own voice. See what makes you feel good. When you talk soft or when you're intense. Like explore and listen. Listen. Be present with your own voice. And trust your own voice. It's very important. I really feel like I would definitely want to go deeper on the journey of the voice. That is one of my intentions. Activating my voice with different exercises. Let's see. I definitely really love that improvisation that we used to do a lot in theater. And recently we did it after our dancing classes. I went to like a new class that this girl called Yeva, she invented those classes called experimental, and we used to do all kinds of things with our bodies and voices, and this is exactly what I needed. I love this kind of like you enter this meditation state of being and you just flow, you just do spontaneous sounds with your voice, with your body, and somehow from that you create art and you feel so like peaceful, blissful, you feel connected. I love it, and definitely some of that will definitely go to my performance ADS. Thank you. Um 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 Bye. Ciao.